Hello to everyone and welcome to World Menstrual Hygiene Day 2023, which has as theme, Making Menstruation a Normal Fact of Life by 2030. I'm Adana and I'm a public health expert, and what I have in front of me is what I call my emergency preparedness menstruation backpack. So this literally is a backpack that contains the items that I need 1 week or few days before the start of my menstrual cycle. Most of us use apps like Flow and other things to monitor our cycle, so if you know your cycle will be starting maybe a few days or a week before, personally, I think these items are important. I'll be using a lot of terms like menses and period in this video, so hope it's not offensive to anyone. Menstruation is a normal thing and should not be stigmatized. I would love to know what every lady has in their emergency preparedness menstruation backpacks at the end of this video, so please feel free to leave comments in the comment section. I know some men may say menstruation is not a man's thing, but menstruation concerns both male and females as well. Yes, women are the ones who menstruate, but men, it's also important to have knowledge about things like menstruation. Your fathers and future fathers to girls, and your husbands and future husbands to females. So every knowledge is vital and important. So without wasting so much time, I'll identify the things in my emergency preparedness bag. I have the backpack itself. I have pad. It's a bit thick, as you can see. I have a panty liner, which is lighter and slimmer than the pad. I have pocket tissue, which comes in handy. I have an extra pants. I have a pad case or a pad bag or a purse, no matter what name you give to it, it's the same. I have a muffler and I have a plastic nylon disposable. I always advise dark colored or black mufflers, which are very useful in the event that you get stained, to hide it from being easily noticed. But sure, we're working towards preventing occasions where females get stained. So yeah, let's dive into the use of each of these things in my emergency preparedness backpack. So first, somebody can ask me, why do I have both pad liner and pad? The reason is very simple. Most ladies on their first day of the flow, they don't flow so heavily, so they mostly spot. And also in a situation where maybe you went out for coffee or you're hanging out with your friends or you went for an errand, which is a bit far from your home or your comfort zone, and that first drop of blood, which always sends a shiver of panic, drops, you can use your panty liner to pad yourself for the first 30 minutes or few hours before you get home. Now, in the case where you're very far from home and you know you have a very long day, the pad comes in handy where you can be able to wear it and save yourself some long hours before you eventually get home and change. And I'm talking long hours, I'm not talking extremely long hours, especially if you're a heavy bleeder who bleeds on the first day. Always change your pad regularly. Now, I cannot overemphasize the need for an extra pant, and I'll explain. There are certain times when you actually get so stained that you don't just need to change your pad, you need to also change the panty you're putting on. And trust me, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not a bad thing, it happens. And in such an event, this extra panty comes in very handy. I always advise ladies to have an extra panty in their backpacks during menstruation and before menstruation. Always. It can save you, trust me. There are days when you can overflow and you need to change everything. Now, the pad case or purse or panty or pad liner case, as you would like to call it, for those that use tampons, they have the tampon case. It's simply just a purse where you fit in your pad or your panty liner to make it more presentable. It's not a must. If you don't have it, it's not a must. You can always use just a normal plastic and wrap your extra pad in it. If you have a bag that has an extra zip locker inside, you can simply drop your pad, your panty liner, or whatever it is inside the extra zip locker in case you don't want to be embarrassed or somebody does not have to go through your bag and find pad lying around. Some ladies don't find it comfortable that the first thing you open their bags and you find the pad just lying everywhere. So people came around with this pad cases. I'll be dropping some pictures of some very, very, very fancy cases. Like I said, it's not a must, it's just to make it more presentable. Next is we have the muffler. I already explained the use in case you get stained outside. You can use it to cover yourself up. Like I said, dark colors I usually prefer. Like this one is a bit dark and it's thick. In case of anything, I can just wrap it around and my day continues till I'm able to find a comfort zone. This is a disposable black nylon. It could be any color of your choice, but I chose black obviously because it's very important. There is no shame in going out and changing your pad and perfectly wrapping it, putting it in your backpack, and when you get home, properly dispose of it. We need to learn how to properly dispose of our used pads, not the fact that you open some bins or you open some toilet bins and you find pads just lying around. Ladies, learn to always have something like a disposable nylon in your backpacks where in the case where you change, you can comfortably wrap them and dispose them properly when you get home. It's very important. These are some extra items that were not originally on the table because they're not so necessary, like I said. This is just a hand cream to give that posh feeling, maybe after changing your pad and you don't want the smell of blood or you don't want the smell of the pad to linger around your fingers, you can apply a hand cream on it. It's just to feel posh. It's a luxury, it's not a necessity. So if you don't have it, it's okay. Proper hand washing with soap and clean water does the job. This is just a painkiller. Some ladies have extreme cramps and they always need a painkiller. I, for one, I prefer to take a painkiller the day before my menses because I know the first day is always very hard for me. First and second days are very difficult. It's okay to use a painkiller if you know you have extreme cramps, but do not abuse them. Do not take them just for the like of it. If you can tolerate it, tolerate it. If you can persevere with the pain, persevere. If you cannot, then I'll advise you to take a painkiller. So as you might have noticed, I'm going to fold my black nylon, the pad, the panty liner, and my extra panty into my pad case, which is my purse as well. Everything looks so cumbersome, but watch how I'm going to fit everything in. So this is my folded nylon, and I'm going to be fitting it into this purse, which already has my pad, my panty liner, and an extra panty. So this is what it looks like. I try to flatten it up so that it doesn't bulge out because ladies nowadays, like the fancy purse, they don't like carrying big backpacks around. So everything fitted in because my pad case is a bit big and can contain. So inside here I have my panty liner, pad, and the black nylon. So now that we have everything, let's fit everything into the bag and then we're good to go. So yeah, we're set to go. Everything is packed. My muffler is inside, my pad case with everything in it, my pocket tissue, and my hand cream as well, alongside the painkiller. So yeah, guys, this is how I literally pack my emergency preparedness menstruation backpack. I'd love to know how you do yours. And yes, everything looks so cumbersome, but it mustn't be the same. I know of girls who use smaller bags and still fit everything in it. So do what works for you, no pressures. And once again, happy menstrual hygiene day. Looking forward to all your comments, and I would really love to learn what each and every one of us puts in our emergency preparedness menstrual bag. So, and for the guys, you know, you can always help your ladies, remind them, oh babe, do you have this? Yeah, okay. It doesn't kill to know about these things. It's not just a woman's thing. It helps, and you know, it makes the bond stronger. Okay, that's it for now, and once more, thanks for watching.